Good day. I'm Adrielene Isiderio from BAGEN 2E. I'm here to discuss the digital literacy. Let us first define literacy. Literacy, it is simply the ability to read, write, and understand the text. This is just the same with digital literacy. The only difference is the text is not printed text. It's in digital format. It is not just all about understanding the message of the text but also understanding the sounds and images. Digital literacy also requires an individual to be able to manipulate the product of technology, both hardware and software. But the question is digital just the same with media literacy? In my own point of view, in some point, yes, because media literacy is the ability to be able to understand the information that is being disseminated, in which it is just the same with digital literacy. Media literacy is also about checking and evaluating the information, in which the same goes to digital literacy. But the difference now is first, in media literacy, it is just part of the digital literacy. Because once the information is being shared to the internet, it becomes digital or cyber. Media can also be done through radio, newspaper, and television. Second, the focus of media literacies and the content of the information to be shared or accepted. Whereas in digital literacy, the focus includes now how to use both hardware and software in accessing the content of information, right? So digital literacy includes the following. First, the tool literacy, the ability to not just recognize but use both the hardware and software too. So, what is hardware? It is these are the different tangible things you use while accessing and organizing information, like the different parts of the computer, such as keyboards, mouse, laptop, Wi-Fi, etc. So the software, this is the different applications, the program of the computer, example, the PowerPoint, Words, computer files, browser, etc. The next is resource literacy. This is the ability to access information. Ability how information can be gathered or located. Ability in finding ways how a particular information can be found. Next is social structural literacy, the ability to understand the significance of information. So, making sure of the accuracy of the information to a particular audience, which means audience are being considered in producing a particular content. Next is research literacy. This is the ability to use information technology in the research life, for example, in order to find good journal. An individual must have knowledge where to research these publishable and acceptable international journals. Next is publishing literacy. This is now the ability in spreading or sharing the information. This is also includes now the interaction or communication in order to convey the message to the target audience. Next is the technologies literacy. It's not just all about the skill of learning the present technology, but also understanding the significance of learning new technologies which we need for a better future in the cyber world. Next is critical literacy. This is not the same with critical thinking because critical thinking is applying higher order thinking in all aspects of every situation. In critical literacy, the main focus is on evaluating the advantages and disadvantages of a new technology being implemented in a particular organization. Focusing on its efficiency and effectiveness, or should just be say evaluating the success indicator or the feedback is that if the new technology is doing great, then it should continue, if not that improvement or some of the update must be that. It should also comes as no surprise that digital literacy shares a great deal of overlap with media literacy, so that digital literacy can be seen as a subset of media literacy, dealing particularly with media and digital form. So what that the statement is trying to convey to us is once the media literacy has been applied to a digital media, then that becomes already a digital literacy. So the term digital literacy is not new one of the earliest examples of a functional definition of the term describe the digitally literate person being skilled at the safety and understanding the meanings of images, sounds, and the subtle uses of words so that he or she could match the medium of communication to the kind of information being presented and performed. The intended audience is so in digital literacy, its main concern also is the origins of that particular message or for that particular information. This is also means in digital literacy that this is also includes evaluating and assessing the credibility or how reliable is the information. 2 years later, formally defined Paul Gilster formally defined digital literacy as the ability to understand and use information in multiple formats from a wide range of sources when it is presented via computers, explaining that not only must a person acquire the skills of finding things, he or she must also acquire the ability to use these things in life. So, meaning, this is not just all about understanding the information, the content, the accessing or evaluating how reliable the information is, but also once you're able to understand it, then you should also have the skill to apply it in your life. Digital literacy Bowden collected the skills and competencies comprising digital literacy from contemporary scholars on the matter into four groups. First is the underpinnings. This is the ability now to use the computer and accessing and organizing information. So this is now all about the utilizing or manipulating the use of computer. If you are digital literate, then what follows now is you should know how to use computer. Second is background knowledge. This is all about how information can be accessed, how to save it, and how to spread it. Unlike before, since it isn't already printed, that is already there. There is no need to keep in looking for the information. But we can also relate this to the non-digital. For example, we're looking for a subject in the library. In a digital world, you are browsing in the internet. What is the most reliable information? The difference now is in the library, all information are credible and reliable. But in the internet, you should be careful in choosing the information to be safe. You will be the one now to check if the information is really credible. You will be now the one to decide what information to be stored. Third is the central competencies. This includes reading and understanding the digital and non-digital formats, creating and communicating digital information, evaluation of information, knowledge assembly, how the information is being organized, then information literacy, and media literacy. Fourth, the attitudes and perspective. Bowden suggests that it is these attitudes and perspective that link digital literacy today with traditional literacy, saying it is not enough to have skills and competencies. They must be grounded in some moral framework. Specifically, first, we have independent learning. Independent learning, the initiative and ability to learn whatever is needed for a person's specific situation. Next, we have a moral social literacy. Moral social literacy, an understanding of correct, acceptable, and sensible behavior in a digital environment. This number four for competency is very evident nowadays because of this pandemic. For example, teachers are attending different webinars. It is their initiative that management or the administration did not tell the teacher to attend the different webinars. Instead, it is the teachers have been determination in on appeal to attend different seminars or webinars just for the teachers to be able to apply different skills that they will be using in this kind of virtual learning or flexible learning. If you will observe, the teachers are not just using Messenger, but also the teachers are using different platforms, which they believe that these platforms can help students to learn better than just using what they already know before the pandemic. In this regard, there you will see that independent learning is very evident, especially in those teachers who are really doing there a lot of effort into doing their best just to deliver or just to present clearly the lessons to the students. Same with the students before. Before doesn't know how to use the different platforms, but now they have the initiative to ask their classmate how the different platforms can be utilized. Okay? Another here is the moral or social literacy. This is now the adjustment, being sensitive with the needs of each one. With of course not, all teachers are not that good in using or utilizing the different platforms. Where is this there is this understanding in the part of the students to understanding what the teachers can just provide to their students and vice versa. Same with the students. The teachers are adjusting to what just the learners or student can do. When it comes to this kind of flexible learning, like for example, if the students cannot attend the class online, at least there are some other ways for the students not to leave behind. There are some other alternatives like what I've said. Teachers are doing their part just to cater the needs of their students, but not to the point that the learning um, will suffer.